a boat builder. It's so interesting to be able to come to a place like this where you can see some of the skills people had living back in the 40s and 50s. Really interesting. Good morning. I'm on my way to a small village this morning. It's called Lake Charlotte. It's a nice day. The skies are blue, but there is some cloud cover ahead. So, I'm not sure if it's going to be sunny for the entire trip, but it doesn't seem like we're going to have rain. So, I'd say we're going to have a great day. You may wonder why I'm playing this traditional music in the background. Well, it's the type of music that was listened to in Nova Scotia 50 or 60 years ago, back in the 40s and 50s. And today, I'm on my way to Memory Lane Heritage Village. It's on Clam Harbour Road in Lake Charlotte, about an hour and a half, I guess, or so, from the city of Halifax. Anyway, Memory Lane consists of 18 buildings and is a living heritage site. The buildings include a general store, a church, a schoolhouse, a clam factory, a homestead, and a garage, and several others, and they're all on a 4-acre parcel of land. Some of these buildings were moved to the site because they were in danger of being destroyed, and others are replicas. Anyway, it's designed to showcase rural life in Nova Scotia during the 1940s, and it's a really interesting tourist attraction. Now, I've always been interested in history, but I'm also interested in food, and today I'm going to Heritage Village for lunch because they also have a cookhouse, and around this time of day they serve a traditional meal, and it's very reasonably priced. So I'm going to stop there and have lunch. Well, it seems that this sunny day that we started with and blue skies with a few scattered clouds has turned into a fairly dense fog. And but it's not cold, and it's not a bad day. It's just not a nice day for seeing the scenery. But anyway, we'll just keep riding along because we're going to be arriving at Heritage Village very soon.
I seen the mighty ocean slap the rugged shore, I've seen the seagull flying and watched the eagle soar. I've heard the wind blowing among the balsam fir. Knowing this is part of Canada and I'm a part of her. Her water is unpolluted and so is her air, while one tastes like wine and the other's crystal clear. There's peace and quiet wherever you roam. Now is it any wonder I chose her for my home?
We'll be turning right in just a moment, and the Heritage Village, or Memory Lane, will be just down the street, not far, just a minute after we pass. We're passing Weber's store here on our right, and we're going to take a right here on Clam Harbor Road. And we're about ready to turn into the parking lot. I'll go park the bike, and then I'll go in and pay for my meal. Coming up on our right is the Hosking General Store, and that serves as the village's main entrance. This building was saved from demolition, and it was a landmark in the area and was built in Oyster Pond in 1894 and operated until 1975. So let's get inside.
Hi, how are you?
I was told that the Hosking General Store stocked everything that the community needed, from fish hooks to flour and everything in between.
You have a group? Have you been to Memory Lane before?
Anyway, I'll buy my ticket and let's go to the cookhouse. It's quite a big building. They can accommodate quite a big crowd. Of course, now with COVID, that crowd is reduced. Anyway, I have my meal and just quick look around, and then we'll move on to go outside and check out all the other buildings. Some of the buildings are locked because of COVID. It's only partially open today. So I'll try to look at some of the more interesting buildings. The first one is the Clam Harbor Church. It faced demolition, and moving it to the village site was a community-wide initiative. In fact, a lot of the buildings in this village were slated for destruction and were saved by members of the community who wanted to make sure their heritage and their history was preserved. Ahead is the family barn, and everything was kept here. Equipment, and you can hear the chickens in the background, and the tractor is right there. So everything from tractor, goats, chickens are all kept in the family barn. We're now going into the Weber house. It was built over 100 years ago, and its furnishings depict the way people lived back then. But it's also interesting to note that in the 1940s, they got electricity, and so some newer appliances were added, and it sort of nice to see some of these old appliances. Like, look ahead, the pink refrigerator and the blue washing machine and the old telephone. So we'll leave the Weber house now and make our way over to Norm Hutt's boat shop. Norm Hutt was a respected wooden boat builder and is a very skilled hand. Anyway, it's interesting to look at the boat that's under construction here. The vessel inside is a work in progress, and it's a replica of a 1940s inshore fishing boat. I've just tried to give you a sampling of some of the buildings here. As I said earlier, there's 18 of them, so I'm just showing you a few. By the 1940s, gas stations were popping up in Lake Charlotte. They served a growing number of motorists. Anyway, inside this garage, it's a 1928 Ford Model A. Well, I'm going to make my way back through the Hosking General Store and to my bike. So if you're thinking of an interesting place to come for lunch, or just a place to stroll around on a nice afternoon and enjoy the nostalgia of looking at yesteryear, maybe you should check out Memory Lane. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little video, and if you did, how about a big thumbs up? And maybe hit that subscribe button, and I'll notify you when I make the next one. Thank you, and have a great day.